I'm Jennifer Velazzi. On this edition of News 9 In Depth, the new U.S. immigration law. It is the most sweeping immigration reform measure in decades. President Reagan signed it on November the 6th. It grants amnesty to illegal aliens who entered the United States before 1982, and it provides civil and criminal penalties for employers who hire illegal aliens. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Peter Rodino of New Jersey was a co-sponsor of the bill. He says the legislation will provide the opportunity for millions of people who have been living in the shadow to come forward and live as decent human beings. But foreigners who came here legally on temporary visas are watching angrily as others who entered illegally are allowed to stay. And some say penalties for employers could result in businesses not hiring minorities just to play it safe. But under the law, employers are not required to verify workers if they are referred by a state employment office. And the New Jersey Labor Department says shifting that burden of proof to the state will cost it a lot of money. So is the law unfair and does it promote discrimination? Well, there's the Mexican-American National Organization Right when it calls the law the Emancipation Proclamation for illegal aliens. We're coming up an in-depth discussion of the arguments. We'll be right back with our guest. We're examining the new U.S. immigration law on News 9 In Depth today. Our guests, Francisco Abreu, Board Chairman of the International Immigrants Foundation, and Alex Castle, Placement Services Chief for the New Jersey Department of Labor. Now, the Immigration Naturalization Service said that it could not send a representative until its plan for implementing the changes is complete. Co-sponsor Peter Rodino was unavailable, and now we are going to go on to our guest. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. Joining us, Mr. Abreu, why don't you explain your objections to the law? First of all, this does not please you at all.
It does not please us totally complete, but we thought that in a way Congress was very much felt under pressure to do something this year. So this is kind of a rushed through process. The law as it stands discriminates against those individuals who came here illegally, and which is giving preference to those individuals that are undocumented or illegal. Then there's the other question of the status of those individuals who are going to be seeking to prove that they have been here for a certain amount of period of time. So there are certain things to prove on the law would stay over other ways of going.
So there certainly appear to be several problems and many objections that have been raised to the law. Now, do you think that employers are going to start discriminating against minorities? Would that be your opinion?
Yes, it is. And definitely think that the employer is going to be assuming a large risk. Discretionary powers, but if discretionary powers can be so overbearing that the employer is discriminating whether it may be put on purpose or not, it's going to be discriminated against, especially the Indian coming from South America, who's easily distinguishable against the Europeans.
Mr. President, anyone else who is getting questions, do you expect employers to stop hiring minorities? Would you start discriminating against them because of this law?
There will have to be some tendency to kind of state. I really don't think they're going to be able to do it law because they are too severe an African shortage in this part of the country.
And there's not enough workers?
We are dying for Africans. For this any kind of job.
What particular kinds of jobs are we looking for? So there's not a lot of jobs out there for that community.
It requires some skill, but I'm not talking necessarily high skill.
You're saying there are a lot of jobs out there that need workers.
Look at the factories, places where they're paying. They're no longer paying minimum wage. They're $4.25, $4.75, and that's an indicator.
Well, you don't say that you don't have an unemployment problem in this country.
No, we do. But it isn't like one. And I think the trend is toward a more and more severe applicant shortage. So all I'm saying is employers are getting more and more desperate.
Well, this is good work for the unemployed workers out there, so you don't think that the discrimination would happen for very long if it would happen at all because of the fact that employers will need workers?
Well, so not as much the conscious or unconscious, as you said, discrimination as much as if we had an applicant surplus. If I have a choice between Caucasian and Hispanic,
and I want to play it safe, I play Caucasian. If I don't have a choice, I start studying. That's what my concern is. I don't know how big a problem it will be, but in terms of our workload, I want the job open, because then I can fill more jobs.
Well, let's talk about your workload. Your workload should be going up very quickly. If employers don't have to verify workers when they're referred by the state, that means that a lot of people are going to start coming to your department.
Well, in a sense, that's what I'm hoping. So long as we have a capability, I think that would reduce the discrimination.
Yes, and again, on the agency, of course, the recommendation, but it's still the employer who's accepting that individual can still has the option of accepting or rejecting that individual.
Well, Mr. Abreu, what do you think? Do you think this law was rushed through, huh?
Yes, it was rushed through.
Just to get something, just to get some sort of an immigration policy.
Something through, because it's been quite many years since any reform has been done with immigration.
Do you think it was better than nothing at all?
Some like the situation then you doing the body yourself. It's very hard. Certain portions of the law are good, and certain parts of the law are also bad. So it doesn't answer or satisfy all the crimes that there is to satisfy about the undocumented or the illegal or about the immigrant issues.
Okay,
It doesn't satisfy all those issues.
give me the good points.
The good points is to allow those individuals who have been living in the United States under a questionable status to legitimize themselves. That's a positive sign within the right direction. It begins to support that these individuals who are supporting their family and indeed don't have to be hiding, in a sense, be running away constantly from the law.
How would you change it if you were writing this? If you were writing
Well, the first change that I would make is that all individuals who came before 1982 should be allowed to apply for residence. Not just the accepted or just the undocumented versus the person who came in here legally into the United States.
You're agreeing with that, Mr. President?
Yes, because one of our functions, and since that's why I'm here, because I'm not immigration service, but we have a function called English certification. And that is, in the ideal situation, where an employer cannot find a skilled worker, high-tech or high skill, in the area, then, and does find someone in another country for them to bring them in on a preference basis, so to simplify. Many times that request for certification is for an individual who is already here and who's already working. Came in legally, came in as a student, came in as a tourist, and then took a job under the table, so to speak, or first as a student legally, and then that expires, but the person is still working. And that's, I think,
For example, we have
right now that doesn't help.
Okay, let me pause right here for just a moment, and we'll take a brief time out, and we'll be back to continue our discussion on the new U.S. immigration law right after these messages. Stay with us. We're examining the new U.S. immigration law, News 9 in depth. Mr. Abreu, let's continue on that last thought. Why do you think it is that Congress didn't allow the people who came here legally to stay? Why do you think they didn't make any provisions for that?
I really don't know, because there hasn't been much writing about why they made a justification or what reasoning they used.
Do you think maybe just the sheer numbers involved?
No, not really, because you have more of the numbers of illegals coming in than you have those coming legally. In fact, that's more controllable. You can see it, you can check it, but the illegals, you can't verify or check. So in a sense, they had a sense of control. And we were saying that, well, we have seen many cases where the person has come into the United States and their student visa, but he's going to the university, but what the scholarship that he has, but he's not going to cover his living expenses, so he's forced to take a job. So in a sense, he's already gone against the regulation that he cannot work because he's there as a student. So how is he supposed to survive? Now he's working, he came here legally. Then this law is implemented. Now he wants to become a resident of the United States. He's now deprived that basic right like anybody else to fly and become a legal citizen here in the United States.
Well, the main point is that we certainly appear to be rewarding those who have broken our laws and punishing those who have not broken the laws, who have followed the law.
We honor those who break the law, but we dishonor those who follow the rules.
What about, Mr. Castle, let me ask you this. Is the Labor Department going to get any more money to deal with some of the coming situations?
Yeah, I have to wait and see. I don't know. There is a fiscal crisis, there is a deficit, and it's very difficult for, and that's not our end of it anyway, at the end of Washington for them to rest pay more money. For it now, let's say, pressuring for more money for the targeted jobs tax program, which Congress appropriated money for to take out of a lot of funds.
Let's talk about some of the punishments for employers. What do you think is going to be happening in the coming months? Do you have any projections on what activity is going to be like?
That's for immigration. I would expect us to get, let's say, a flurry of attempts to legalize, to the extent possible, those cases of the student who is no longer a student and has gone beyond that visa. What the penalties will mean in terms of reward and punishment, I don't know. That's immigration. They're the ones who know what happens.
And they haven't even gotten their guidelines yet, and I don't think they told them no.
There will be the grace period. There is a bit of a grace period, say, because of this, if you actually get it.
How much hiring is illegal when you do for that? Do you think that when an employer hires someone who's illegal, do they know that? How difficult is it to check?
It probably runs the gamut, and again, really, that is immigration. That's the CID branch that can speak with some knowledge. But just from some contacts that we have in our relationships over the years, I think it runs the gamut. Many employers do it unknowingly. Other employers pretend to punish.
It's very cool to actually see if somebody's illegal or not. When an employee comes to an employer for a particular job, he says, do you have a social security number? And that person has a social security number, that's what they use for their job.
Well, how does the state do it? How does the state determine if someone is legal or illegal?
Well, right now, what we do is we ask an individual in our registration process, are you a U.S. citizen? If the answer is no, then we ask other questions, and they ask for some form of proof that they're here on a legal status and with legally can work. Just being here doesn't give you permission to work.
So not being a student.
The student, visitor, etc. I cannot go to France and work. I can go to France, but I can't go to France and work. If the person there says yes, unless we have a strong suspicion, that's all we do. My concern is what will our obligation do now.
Okay. Well, you're looking for proof that one is legal. What about proof that one is illegal? This sounds pretty tough, and this is all part of the new law. People are going to be running around scrounging for documents to indicate that they've been here illegally.
That's I have to come up an entire span of time and to obtain proof that they have been here in the United States ever since. But then there's these smart-ass individuals who just walked across the border. And you have one set of groups that have come with a passport. Okay, that's easy to justify, have proof. But what about the individuals who came across the border, who's been working sort of a migrant and he's been through all over the U.S.? Is he going to have to go to each employer that he's been employed with to satisfy this documentation?
What are they looking for, mainly? Rent receipts?
Any type of document, really any type of document which actually demonstrates that individual has been here prior to 1982. But then the situation arises that person generally is under an assumed name. So you have to find a way to justify that who he is really who he is.
And where did he get that name from? And that's also something that many people could use that same name. And I understand one of the businesses that's probably already starting to boom is the forging of documents.
So that's the only thing. It's always been there. Just limited. Study it and even open up even more of a business for them because you're going to find these people are going to be looking for the documents. Also, in case we do go into a verification system of an ID system, for example, now we have it within the state, so like a state driver's license. But you need to go even further than that, where the ID card will have a magnetic tape that will have all the encoded information about that particular individual. And how that ID card can be used is really on the line of invasion of his privacy.
Explain that to me again.
Okay, let me just kind of a particular ID. If the federal requirement determines that the current process of verifying identity is not adequate, even though it calls for that implementing a national identification system, it does have that discretion to move toward an identification system. An individual who then applies for an immigration card, just for that particular instance, he is given an immigration card. It will probably eventually have a magnetic tape with all types of information on that individual. Date of birth, nationality, origin of birth, wherever it came from. Normally now when you go to a particular job, all you ask is for your social security number. That is it. Eventually, the banks and the employers are going to feel much safe using those IDs. And that comes to
So this would be something that they would take to their employers with all this information
and
on.
all this information will have everything there. Then what happens if you're trying to leave the country?
And you're saying that...
They can